Welcome. Thanks for joining us. We bring you Friday baseball on the show. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers going up against the Expos. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And since their move to this city was announced, everybody has been counting down the days to their home opener, Chris.
And now that that day is here, I don't think you could get a much more vibrant atmosphere than we have in the stadium today. And even though they started their season on the road, Boog, this game has an opening day feel to it and then some.
It's a great day for the organization, this city, and all the fans that have waited so long for it to become a reality. Should be a lot of fun. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. On the hill here today, Dennis Martinez. And he's kind of been the talk of baseball since his last outing.
Very dominant his last time out, picked up the win, only allowed one run. These guys would love to see him back on his game in this one.
All right, ready to get underway. And up to the plate is Will Smith.
Number 16, Will Smith.
And we're underway here in the home opener. Swings through that one for strike two. The 0-2. Popped up. Cabrera has a beat on it. And a quick out, number one. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. It features a great veteran presence, Freddie Freeman.
Well, last year had over 90 RBIs, fell short of that 100 benchmark milestone, but you know he's got motivation to come out this year and reach that number. He's just a quality hitter, sound mechanics, and look for him to be a big run producer in this lineup.
Ohtani in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Here comes the 0-1. That one catches the corner for a strike.
Man, that pitch was dominant. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Gets a piece and stays alive. The 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Back to the mound. He's got it. Slings to first. Quick start to this afternoon's action. Two gone.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup got that hitter to roll over.
Two down, bases empty. Here is Freddie Freeman.
What he's looking for there, the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in his zone.
And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. On a line, base hit. And that one's going to get into the corner. So a two-out knock keeps the inning alive.
That play looks routine defensively, but with all of the little nooks, it can get real tricky down in the corner. Kept it to a long single. Nice defensive play.
Muncy digs in. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Foul ball there. 0-2 now. Got him. Number 3. Half inning complete. We've got no score. The 2025 World Series MVP getting to start in this one, Singy.
Yeah, Yoshinobu Yamamoto was terrific for the Dodgers in 2025 and saved his best work for last. He is an absolute nightmare for hitters, Boog, and only seems to be getting better.
Stepping in, Tim Raines.
He's got a nice, short, compact swing. Doesn't swing and miss a whole lot.
Just off the outside edge. Ball 1. Into center. Betts is on the move. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
At the plate, Marcus Grissom. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. The 0-1. Yeah. He takes a strike.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
The 0-2. Now there's a bullet down the line. That's a fair ball. It's getting into the corner. Raines around third. The relay to the plate. Safe. And it's 1-0.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one. Ripped it down the line. Nice job of standing with mechanics.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Larry Walker now at the plate.
Ball, that's inside.
Runner at scoring position, nobody out. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Here's a 1-1. That one fouled off. Man at second. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, against a talented pitcher, it's crucial to disrupt his rhythm. Use bunts to get him off the mound and moving around out there. If he's in a flow, step out and break his timing. When he throws in the zone, you might only get one pitch, so you don't want to miss it.
Vladimir Guerrero at the plate now. That's ball 1. Liner. Hernandez tracks it down for the out.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Here's the catcher, Gary Carter.
Hey!
Grissom at second with 2 down. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. He sends it out of here. His second of the year, and they add on. It's 3-0.
So impressive. You have to have such a clear and direct path to the baseball and a split finger at that location inside part of the plate. Did a tremendous job of staying inside of it and keeping that ball fair.
So 2 down, Andres Galarraga getting ready to hit.
Ball, that's outside.
And the 1-0. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they boost their lead. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up the ballpark.
Now here is Orlando Cabrera. Good power, not great in the OBP department.
Oh, that's
not
off
the
the
inning
plate.
he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
Don't
He's
that's off the plate.
just
Ball
missing
2.
some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Sliced hard but foul. And it's even up.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound, and this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
That's too low. Look at that.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
Wallace in the on-deck circle. 3-2. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Inning over, although plenty of damage done. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Top of the second, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Hey! They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Got him swinging.
Variant speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location, but the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
Here's Kyle Tucker. Tucker in the box here and fouls it off for strike 1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Martinez in his 7th season, 27 years old, and he's a native of Nicaragua. Here's the 0-2.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that, and good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Struck him out looking.
That was just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Two outs, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Andy Pajes. The 0-1. And that is out of play. Two down, nobody on.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout, and he strikes out the side here in the 2nd. The Expos have the lead 4-0. Bottom of the 2nd, leading off Tim Wallace.
Third baseman, Tim Wallace.
Hey!
Swing and a miss. Stays alive. The 0-2. Fly ball pretty well struck right field. Going back and brings it in at the wall.
Batting up, the second baseman, Lionel.
So up next, Lionel Shields. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
2 up, 2 down. And Chris, beyond the fact that he's so incredible defensively, he also can swing the stick. Now the left fielder, Tim Raines, scored the first run of the game back in the 1st after a single to reach base.
If there's nobody on in front of him, you know, a single for him many times is a double. This guy is off to the races, ready to steal a bag when he's on first base.
That's a ball.
Fastball for a strike. Strike two.
The strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
That one misses. 3-2 now. Marcus Grissom hitting on deck circle. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Payoff pitch. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
You can stomach a 2-out walk to certain players, but with his speed, this guy out there in the base pass, it could turn into 2 or 3 bases.
So man aboard. Now the number 2 hitter, Marcus Grissom. He doubled home a run in his first AB.
Inside, ball 1.
The 1-0. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Gone. He muscles that one out the opposite way. Home run number 5 on the season, and they add to their lead. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. It's like he's playing wiffle-ball up there. That's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. The slight opposite field into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Yoshinobu Yamamoto out of the game, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. Roki Sasaki taking over on the mound. He's into the game with the bases empty. And now Larry Walker, 0-for-1 so far.
Ball.
Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in bottom half of inning number 2. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Emmett Sheehan looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Fights it off. He'll see another. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Swings through it for the K. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run homer. It's now a 6-0 ball game. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Foul ball. Oh, 0-2 now. And that one hammered out of here. Teoscar Hernandez hits one out. His first homer of the year, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 6-1.
Well, Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
Miguel Rojas at the plate. Close, but called the ball. And that's ball one. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And it's a called strike after the review. So they've still got both their challenges. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. That one to first. Galarraga takes it to the bag, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Here's the catcher, Will Smith. He's 0 for 1. That one's in there. Strike one.
Well, it's clear they're struggling with pitch selection today. Swinging it off-speed stuff off the plate. They need to be more patient and wait for the right pitch, not just the next pitch.
The 0-2. Now this is a rocket to left. And that one is off the wall. To second. And in there with a double off the wall.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Here's Ohtani. Grounded out his first time up. Man at second. On the inside corner for called strike 3. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Hit. Smith around third. He'll score. It's 6-2.
Just so sound in his mechanics. He hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Now it's Max Muncy. The funky Muncie struck out swinging his first time.
That's a ball.
Freeman off of first with 2 away. Out towards left center. Grissom. Long run on his horse. Makes the catch. Inning over. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Expos on top 6-2. Bottom of the inning, digging in, Vladimir Guerrero. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these guys really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They jumped all over the starter and knocked him out of the game early. He just was never able to settle in, and the damage was done by the time he got the hook.
So a runner aboard to start the inning. And now the catcher comes up to him, Gary Carter.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
No, inside.
Usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0. He's put himself in a really good spot.
2-0. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. At the corners, nobody out. So digging in, Andres Galarraga, and he has a chance to homer for the 2nd time this inning.
I'm sure it never crossed his mind and he'd get another chance to do that again in this inning, but here we are. Let's see if he can pull it off.
Late on that fastball.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Pitch gets away. And
he beat it.
A close play at the plate, and that scores a run. Wild pitch.
Runner's got to be happy to be crossing the dish right there. Easy decision to head home when you see the ball get that far away from the catcher.
One on, nobody out. A run in here in the last half of the 3rd. The 1-1 is fouled off. One and 2 here. And ring him up, says Patrick Johnson. That's a strikeout in plenty of time to first. 1 gone, bottom of the 3rd inning.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
So now with 1 away and a man at second, Orlando Cabrera digs in now. Foul ball there. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat. Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. Home run number 5 on the season, and they add on. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
If you hit the ball that far, you know we're going to check the numbers. Let's go back to the nerd herd at StatCast. That was impressive.
Yeah, wow. I mean, they don't hit him much farther than that, dude. Everything's got to come together to hit a ball like that, and he really showed us something right there.
One down. Now the third baseman, Tim Wallace. Fly to right his first time. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. This one in the air, center field. Brings it in. And there's 2 away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter. And a tough one at that.
So up next, Lionel Shields. Fly to left his first time. Shields went deep in his most recent game. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. This one smoked on its way out of here. A solo shot. It's their second home run of the inning, and they boost their lead. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and he had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Roki Sasaki will depart. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Emmett Sheehan comes on now.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Back to the top of the order. Here's the left fielder, Tim Raines. Fought off foul. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run. They go back-to-back, and they add a run. It's 11-2.
That one is a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
So 2 down, Marcus Brissett will hit next. Swing and a miss as he gets him to chase upstairs. Oh, 1 now. And a big swing and a miss
He's been great in this one. Eye-hand coordination just failed him a little bit right there.
Ball one.
That's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Throw on to Freeman. An acrobatic play to end the inning. They had the long ball working 3 times for a total of 5 runs. On to inning number 4. The Expos lead it 11-2. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
Singy, were you superstitious as a player?
I'd say a little bit, Dan. I wouldn't want to admit it, but I think, you know, you have a good game the next day. You're maybe thinking a little bit when you're putting your spikes on. Which one did I put on first? What did I eat? You know, let me just bring that back into today.
So you weren't superstitious, you were a little stitious.
Yes, I was medium stitious.
Good job to fight that one off.
We've got some superstitions up here in the booth, and you never can say, hey, this game's going really fast early in the ball game.
Yeah, that is one of the ways that we are capable of putting the jinx on the game, is talking about how fast the game is going. That normally will grind it to a screeching halt.
No question.
Here's the 0-2. There's a swing and a drive. That one is gone. Mookie Betts muscles one out the opposite way. His 4th home run of the season. And they cut into the deficit.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Right there for a strike. The Dodgers with a lot of ground to make up. Top half of inning number 4. And the 0-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. The 0-2.
Ball one.
Swing and a pop up in foul ground. 1 away. So digging in, Andy Pajes went down on strikes his first time through.
Aye.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. 2 away now.
Ball's just not carrying the first tonight.
Now, you would actually say that to your teammate in the dugout?
No, I'm not that cruel, but someone would say it to me, and I'm sure it's probably been said before.
Hernandez at the plate now, and that's strike 1. Two down, nobody on. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And that is that.
Y'all don't really want it with me. I was raised in the struggle. All I really know is the hustle, boy. Y'all don't really want it with me. I'm self-built, I'm self-made, and I'm self-paid. Y'all don't really want it with me. Hustle game strong, shoe game mean. The money is dirty, but the suits is clean.
Bottom of the fourth, putting on a show at the plate today as the spray chart gives us a look at their 6 homers so far.
Yeah, they've been sending them out all over the yard, Boog. Doesn't seem like there's anywhere for these pitchers to hide.
And first offering is fouled off.
Ball that's outside.
Chases that one upstairs.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
No question about this one. It's out of here. Third home run of the season, and they add to their lead. That one just sounded different.
Man, might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
Here's the catcher, Gary Carter. He's already homered in this game.
No, that's down. That's ball 2.
Out to short. Throws to first in time.
Next for the Expos, the first baseman, Andre.
Galarraga in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
The 1-1. And there's
Inside
the ball. Next offering is fouled back. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Now it's 3-2. Orlando Cabrera would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. They add on more. Gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add on.
Those are the at-bats that leave pitchers exhausted. He had to throw a lot of pitches and still gave up the long ball. That's a bad combo. He's flexing his power with another home run, Boog. Not surprising when you've got that kind of power, but always impressive going deep twice in the same game.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Orlando Cabrera.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
And that's outside. The 1-0. This one pops straight up near the plate. Smith settles underneath it. That is the inning.
I'm a ball one, I'm a true one, big dream one, resolute one, big plays, I ain't never scared of you one, big games, I ain't never scared of 2-1, ball one, true one, big dream one, resolute one, big plays.
We go to the top of the fifth. Let's take a look at how the ball's been flying today. Plenty of power on both sides in this one.
Yeah, games like this were so fun for me as a hitter, Boog. You grab your bat and head to the plate thinking, hey, could be my turn to go yard next.
Foul ball. And now the 0-1. Tap foul at the plate. Oh, and 2 now. Fly ball down the line. And that one is foul, so we'll try it again. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 0-2. Right side, Galarraga takes it himself, and the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth.
Up next for the Dodgers, the catcher, Will Smith.
Back to the top of the lineup, Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 1 for 2.
Hey!
Close
Nope,
one,
that's a ball.
doesn't get the call. And the count is 1-1. This one in the air, center field. Grissom in position. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Dodgers, the designated hitter, Shohei.
Here's Shohei Ohtani.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Left field. Makes the grab. Nice play after the long run. And that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Last half of the fifth coming up. The Expos out front here, 13-3. Back now to start the bottom of the fifth, and taking over on the mound, Jack Dreyer.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score. Well, these players putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
2-0 the count. Here it comes. This to third. Muncy sends it to first. And that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth.
Number 4, second baseman, Lionel Shields.
Now at the plate, Lionel Shields. He's already homered here in this one.
Ball, that's up there.
Shields matched a homer in his last game. And he was nowhere near that one for strike one. Foul ball there. The 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Two down, nobody on. Lined into right. And it drops in, but a good job to keep it in front. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Marcus Grissom, the next to hit. And that drops in for a strike. Now the 0-1. And it's fouled away. Reigns, the runner at first with 2 gone. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. The Expos have the advantage, 13-3. Welcome back. A few highlights to help tell the story of the game.
Yeah. I said the windows tinted and I ain't renting. I'm winning. Baby was with it in mid-sentence. I feel it. Hustling, no bad. I did it. It's just the beginning. I ain't even close to finish. I got money on the other line. I got to get the call. If you ain't gonna make me better, I don't even get involved. Couple on the close. That's involved. Getting duggies with my dogs till it's through the walls. I done drove everything. Fiscus to me signs. Don't do arguing. I just throw the peace signs. Meditate for some me time. Headed back into the city. I'm on the east side. Real for real. You'll think I'm in the Navy. I'm still in the...
Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Number 5, Freddie Freeman.